Karine has asked a question and she says, I had a total thyroidectomy following thyroid cancer and would like to know some supplements that I can take to maintain my metabolism. Also, I have fibrocystic breast change. Any recommendations and further tests you can recommend would be highly appreciated.
When you understand what the thyroid's role is, you realize like how important that little gland really is for the body. I mean, it helps regulate our metabolism. It helps regulate various hormones within the body that lead to growth and development. It controls different aspects of our heart, of our digestion, of our muscles. It controls aspects of our brain and brain development. It controls aspects of our bones, bone growth and maintenance and so forth. And so thyroid is actually really important. Now I'm not a doctor that can tell you, take these drugs or take these supplements or whatever to help you if you've had your thyroid completely removed. But the research I've done on the thyroid, there's two levels. One, for those of you who have a thyroid, which is most of us here, and there's a lot of studies on how to improve thyroid health, which is something I think all of us should be taking a look at. But there's some really powerful ingredients that have been shown to improve overall thyroid health. And that's things like selenium, zinc, vitamin B12, magnesium. And magnesium has a big role in a lot of aspects of our overall health. Certainly can help with sleep, but it also regulates different hormonal aspects within the body. Iron, like a lot of women with Hashimoto's disease, which is a thyroid disease, have low iron levels or iron deficiency. So getting your iron checked. Never take iron unless you have actually checked your iron levels, because you definitely don't want to have excess iron either. It can be dangerous. Vitamin D has been shown to really support, we think of vitamin D often as more of a immune system vitamin, but it also contributes to a lot of other functions in the body, including thyroid health. Same with curcumin. You probably heard curcumin a lot if you've been dealing with cancer, just because of its anti-inflammatory and anti-cancer properties, but it also helps protect the thyroid against oxidative damage. So curcumin is the active component inside turmeric, the root. You can cook with it. You can make juices out of it. You can take capsules. And then vitamin C. There's some research that shows that vitamin C might help support people with Hashimoto's, for example, and can support the thyroid. And then obviously, if I didn't say it, iodine, like getting your iodine levels checked is really important for thyroid health. And iodine is I take a dropper. You don't need much. Some supplements, it's like 1 drop or 3 drops. Or you can get iodine from natural plant sources. Seaweed is high in iodine. Like a lot of coastal cultures that eat like different kinds of sea vegetables, for example, nori and these kinds of things are natural good sources of iodine, or you can take a supplement. But iodine is pretty important for thyroid health. So hopefully that's helpful to everybody. I never recommend like going and just started taking all these supplements. It's really good idea to either one, determine if you have a diagnosis of, thyroid condition, whether it's hyper or hypoactive. If you have symptoms of it, that can be an indicator, but definitely blood testing of these nutrients is important for a lot of these nutrients before you just start doubling down on tons of vitamins and supplements. That's what I used to do. It's like, oh yeah, this vitamin's good for you. Okay, I'll go buy it and take it. This vitamin's good for you. This is good for you. This way, just go, and all of a sudden you're taking like 30 different supplements every single day. It's like, do you really need all these supplements? And are you actually getting excessive amounts of this? We can get all of this stuff from our food and from spending time in nature, which I really think we should get 80% or more in our food and being outside in the sunshine. Depending on where you live, sometimes you can't get vitamin D from the sunshine. So supplementing, you can get a really simple vitamin D and inflammatory test online. I've tried a lot of different companies. I don't affiliate with this company, but this is one. They send it right to your house. Sorry, it's kind of trying to get it so you can see it. There's a vitamin D and inflammation test. This is from Everly.
Really well. Mm-hmm.
Well, this is one option. It's a finger prick. They check your HSCRP, which is a good indication of your inflammatory markers, and then they'll check vitamin D. If you're concerned about vitamin D, get it tested. These are not expensive. A lot of you, if you're dealing with chronic disease, you already have blood work, and so you can tell, or you can go to your functional medicine practitioner or go to a doctor and get blood work done and say, hey, look, I want a nutrition panel. I want a nutrient panel. I want vitamin and mineral panel. Or you can do it yourself online. I actually like the ones that come to your house and take your blood right there. It's easy. You schedule it, and then you can get a comprehensive vitamin and nutrient panel. One of the ones that I have used that I really like is, I might have a report right here. I'm trying to remember the name. And you just order it online. They come to your house. I've done them through Cyrex Laboratories as well. It's another one you can find where you can do it yourself, but I'll think of the name and I'll tell it to everyone in a second. But yeah, I like, because then you can just say, hey, I want to look at all my major vitamins and minerals and see where I'm at. Check your iron, check your vitamin D, check your B12. Some of these things you can really do large doses safely and not have to worry too much about it. I mean, vitamin C, I felt my wife and kids had a pretty bad cold. Maybe it was a version of COVID, who knows, whatever it was. But the past few weeks, past like 2+ weeks, and they're all on the come down of it. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to make it to the end of this and not have any symptoms. This is great. And then just 2 days ago, it hit me, but I got, and I'll share actually something I think can be valuable for everyone. So I started getting a little sore throat, and then boom, the moment I start feeling something, it's like I start doing lots of vitamin C and zinc. Those are two big ones that I'll take. And then vitamin D and B12. And a lot of these things you can do high doses for short periods of time. I do with without having to worry about it, because there's a lot of studies that have shown, these high doses vitamin D, high doses vitamin C, etc. Maybe you get a little intestinal disruption, a little diarrhea or something like that. But it's not, in any case that I've seen, it doesn't cause any like damage or anything to really worry about with some of these, like vitamin C, basically for viruses, for viral protection, bacterial protection. Also, a lot of high dose vitamin C is used for cancer patients. I'll do 1,000 milligrams at a time, basically a gram every 2 or 3 hours, like boom, 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 boom throughout the day. I was waking up every 2 or 3 hours, so I go take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. But all different vitamins and minerals have different mechanisms of action. So we're talking about thyroid, but it's obviously immune system health. It's good for viral and bacterial protection. A lot of these things are good for helping the body fight against cancer. So it's all synergistic. And so these are the things that help with thyroid specifically we were talking about. But the little research I've done on having your thyroid removed, and this was through naturopathic research that was done. This is published articles as well. Some of the things that they found can be supportive are also the same things that help the thyroid, which I find interesting. You don't have a thyroid, but somehow these elements still help even if your thyroid's been removed. And the ones that have been shown that can help are selenium, which we just talked about, vitamin C, which we just talked about, calcium and vitamin D. Talked a lot about calcium. I mean, a lot about vitamin D, and vitamin A. And vitamin A is, you'll find it in a lot of vegetables. For example, it's a type of beta carotene. So you'll find it in all kinds of vegetables. You can juice and smoothies and eat plenty of vegetables each day. But these are 4 of the ones that like I said, I'm not an expert in thyroidectomies, but these are the ones that have evidence behind them that have been shown to be helpful.